On June 20th, 2025, Netflix quietly dropped an animated movie called K-Pop Demon Hunters. There wasn't a massive marketing blitz, mostly just social media buzz. And yet, within weeks, it wasn't just a hit. It was a cultural earthquake. The movie shattered streaming records, becoming Netflix's most popular animated film ever, and climbing the charts to become its second most viewed movie in history, right behind Red Notice. Its soundtrack was a phenomenon, landing multiple songs in the Billboard Hot 100, with the lead single Golden even hitting #1. On the surface, it's the surprise blockbuster of the year. But what if I told you this wasn't a surprise at all? That Netflix has been secretly building this weapon for a decade, all part of a single audacious goal, to finally crush the mouse. So how did this even happen? First, we have to talk about Disney. For decades, Disney was the undisputed king of animation, a titan that seemed untouchable. But lately, the Magic Kingdom has been showing some rust. The once unstoppable hit machine has been stumbling, releasing a string of box office disappointments like Lightyear and Strange World. CEO Bob Iger even admitted the company had lost some focus, churning out quantity for its streaming service instead of focusing on the groundbreaking quality that defined its brand. This creative fatigue, this over-reliance on sequels and remakes, created a real vulnerability. Audiences got used to just waiting for movies to land on Disney+, which completely undercut their power at the box office. The giant was slowing down, and that created the perfect opening for a challenger. And that's where Netflix comes in. As early as 2020, then CEO Reed Hastings made a stunningly bold declaration: "We want to beat Disney in family animation." At the time, it sounded impossible, but it was a clear shot across the bow. Netflix started playing the long game. They began by securing international streaming rights for beloved content, like the incredible library from Japan's Studio Ghibli, though importantly, not in the US, Canada, or Japan. Then they produced their own ambitious Oscar-nominated original films like Klaus and Over the Moon to build credibility and animation muscle. The masterstroke was a landmark deal with Sony Pictures Animation. Netflix agreed to pay a premium to get Sony's high-quality, theatrical-level features directly onto its platform. This is where the weapon was truly forged. A project first announced to be in production in 2021 and inspired by director Maggie Kang's Korean heritage was now in the hands of a streamer with a global platform and a mission. This is the kind of corporate chess match that completely changes an industry. If you want more breakdowns of the battles shaping our entertainment, take a second to subscribe. It really helps us make more deep dives just like this one. K-Pop Demon Hunters was the perfect Disney killer because it was everything Disney wasn't. Instead of leaning on familiar fairy tales, it tapped into a global cultural freight train, K-pop. The story of a girl group who secretly hunt demons was conceived by director Maggie Kang, who wanted to root the film in Korean mythology and shamanism. The film's visual style was a breathtaking hybrid, influenced by the dynamic lighting of K-pop music videos, the energy of anime, and editorial photography, creating a look that stood in stark contrast to Disney's house style. Its soundtrack was crafted by industry legends who had worked with real-life K-pop royalty, giving it an authenticity you could feel. The production itself was a massive undertaking, spanning years from its initial announcement to its release. Netflix didn't just buy a movie, they nurtured a culturally specific, globally resonant event. They understood that to beat Disney, you can't be Disney. The results were staggering. In its first 9 weeks, K-Pop Demon Hunters pulled in over 210 million views, holding its top spot on the charts with incredible staying power. The soundtrack produced multiple smash hits. The lead single Golden shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and 2 other songs also broke into the top 10. The film's success was so massive, it even sparked sold-out theatrical sing-along events, a very rare move for a Netflix original. This wasn't some lucky hit. It was the culmination of a patient-focused strategy. Netflix identified a weakness, built an arsenal, and launched a weapon that leveraged the power of global culture against a monolithic brand. It proved that authentic, diverse storytelling can build a whole new kind of franchise, one that Netflix is reportedly hoping could be its answer to Disney's Frozen. The success of K-pop Demon Hunters proves that the animation wars have a new formidable contender. Now that the walls of the Magic Kingdom have been breached, what comes next?